Perspective. It defines how we see things. Sometimes we see only a small part of the picture. With the proper perspective, however, the big picture comes clearly into focus. Bou-Matic has the big picture perspective when it comes to rotary stalls. By combining the perspectives of the cows, the milkers, the equipment, and you, the owner, and your return on investment, Bou-Matic has designed the Daytona RMS-X exterior rotary milking system, the standard for excellence in rotary milking. From the cow's perspective, this means out-of-sight integrated equipment and a low-profile platform that provide an open and inviting atmosphere for cows. The intimidation factor is reduced because cows are not forced to pass through an entrance framed by vertical pipes, overhead equipment, and bulky automation cages. Upon detaching, each milking cluster descends below the cow deck to provide an open and clean lane for cows to enter and leave the milking stall, so there is nothing to stumble over when entering and exiting the stalls. There is no loop of milk hose and pulse tubing lying on the floor to trip over, no milking cluster to brush by. The Daytona stall dividers gracefully narrow as they rise from the cow deck to provide a wide and safe opening for cows' ribs and hips as they enter a rotating platform. And the concrete platform of the Daytona RMS-X provides cows with sure, comfortable footing. From the milker's perspective, the Daytona RMS-X is comfortable to work in. Each milking cluster rises automatically from its out-of-the-way location to a ready-to-attach position. Attaching clusters is a simple and ergonomically correct motion. Just push a button with one hand while the claw settles into the other hand. Then attach with both hands as the cow moves toward you. The Daytona RMS-X positions the rear legs of a cow about 1 inch higher than their front legs. This seemingly minor feat of engineering actually encourages the cow to stand closer to the milker in an open stance. It is easier and safer to prep cows and attach milking clusters when udders are easily accessible. The patented air fork design from Bou-Matic reduces the chances a cow will catch an air pulse tube with her dew claw, causing the cluster to squawk or fall off. The air fork routes the air pulse tubes toward the front and rear, instead of the sides of the cluster. This unique feature can reduce disruptions to and frustrations with the milking routine. As an added safety feature for the milker, a stainless steel guard surrounds the roller and I-beam chassis assembly. Milker safety, comfort, and productivity were key design objectives for the Daytona RMS-X. A prime example is the fold-down CIP jetter door that is located at platform level only 6 inches from the curb. Open the door and the jetter cups are waist-high and ready for use. Another example is the system's consoles that are integrated into the base of the stall dividers. They place the clusters and controls at eye level within 12 inches of the milker, easily reached. And by housing the pulsators within the system's console and plumbing to a filtered air line, milkers enjoy a quieter and more pleasant milking environment. The Daytona RMS-X is an integrated milk harvesting system from teat to tank. From an equipment perspective, this means that all components and subsystems are designed to work harmoniously to provide high-performance milking, optimum udder health, and maximum reliability. The FlowStar Supreme Claw moves milk quickly, gently, and safely away from teats. The patented tangential inlets, the spiral-shaped bottom, and outlet move milk in a non-stop, directed flow. Non-stop milk flow increases flow capacity while also reducing milk agitation. An added bonus is superior protection against backjetting and cross-contamination. The patented Daytona RMS-X rotary hose support allows adjustment of the cluster to provide proper attachment to a variety of udders, an industry exclusive. In many rotaries, the milk hose rests on the platform during milking, allowing for the potential of a lateral bias to cluster positioning. Pulsators are located about 24 inches from the udder for optimum teat massage. Unit on time can be set to assure that the cluster detaches when a cow is milked out or when a safe maximum length of unit on time has expired, whichever comes first. Synchronized with the herd's milking profile and rotary rotation speed, this technology aids in the prevention of teat damage from overmilking and assists in achieving maximum cow throughput. Milk flows non-stop from teat to receiver. From there, the OptiFlow milk pump controller maintains a steady flow of milk to a pre-cooler. This means less milk agitation, slower and cooler running milk pumps, less pump noise, smaller cooling compressors, and more economical milk cooling. The vacuum swivel with a 6-inch inlet and two 4-inch outlets and a 2.5-inch milk swivel provide high milk flow capacity and optimum vacuum stability. Now, how about you? What is the return on investment perspective of a Daytona RMS-X owner? Well, here it is. The Daytona RMS-X platform construction resembles interstate highway bridge construction. A large steel I-beam girder supports a steel substructure that supports a 5¼ inch thick concrete deck that is reinforced with steel rebar and fiber mesh. The Daytona RMS-X platform rides on precision machined steel rollers, each of which is designed to support over 11 tons. Steel was chosen for its superior compression resistance compared to plastic. The I-beam is lubricated automatically to eliminate friction between the rollers and the I-beam. Depending on the size of the rotary, a 3 to 7.5 horsepower hydraulic pump equipped with an inline filter and fluid cooling radiator powers the Daytona RMS-X rotary milking system. A fluid pressure gauge indicates fluid status at a glance. 1 to 3, again depending on the size of the rotary, hydraulic drive motors rotate the platform at variable speeds in forward and reverse directions. Rotation speed and direction are controlled from an easy-to-use control panel. An emergency stop button kills all hydraulic power, which will stop the platform. Sealed cylinders operated by compressed air are standard on the Daytona RMS-X. Pneumatic cylinders operating at 70 psi are approximately 10 times more powerful than typical vacuum-operated detachers. They also require less maintenance, since barn air is not drawn into the cylinder with each attach cycle. Pulsators, CIP jetters, and automation controls and valves are housed in stainless steel systems consoles that are integrated into the stallwork to provide optimum protection for critical milking components. They also give the rotary milking system a modern aerodynamic look for lasting value. Well, there you have it. Bou-Matic has the big picture perspective when it comes to rotary stalls. From cows to milkers, from equipment to return on investment, the view is clear. The Daytona RMS-X exterior rotary milking system from Bou-Matic, the standard for excellence in rotary milking.